In July 1950, during the early days of the Korean War, U.S. troops opened fire on hundreds of Korean civilians sheltering under No-Gun-Ri Bridge. For 3 days, unarmed men, women, and children were trapped under machine gun fire. This atrocity, witnessed by survivors, would later vanish from official records, the first step in a decades-long cover-up that rewrote history. Declassified U.S. military records later revealed explicit orders to stop all civilians from advancing, effectively authorizing their slaughter. These documents, stamped secret and buried in archives, prove the massacre was systematic, not accidental. Yet both American and South Korean authorities actively suppressed this evidence to maintain their Cold War alliance against communism. Survivors describe being threatened into silence, told speaking out would brand them as communists. Without official recognition, their trauma became invisible wounds. This enforced amnesia served political needs. South Korea's authoritarian regimes prioritized anti-communist ideology over historical truth, while the U.S. protected its liberator image during the Cold War. As democracy took root in South Korea, elderly survivors began sharing testimonies with local journalists. Their consistent accounts matched geographical evidence: bullet marks still visible on the bridge, mass graves in nearby fields. These grassroots efforts laid groundwork for international attention, challenging decades of state-sponsored forgetting. The Associated Press's Pulitzer Prize-winning investigation shattered official denials. Combining survivor interviews with declassified U.S. military cables, they proved commanders knowingly fired on civilians. This landmark journalism forced governments to respond. The Associated Press team would later receive South Korea's Journalist of the Month award for their courageous reporting. Facing mounting evidence, the U.S. expressed regret in 2001, but avoided formal apology or reparations. South Korea's government established a memorial, but downplayed the event in school curricula. This lukewarm response revealed how political convenience continued shaping historical memory even after the truth emerged. Compare two history books: a 1960s South Korean textbook praising U.S. allies without mentioning No-Gun-Ri versus a modern version with one vague paragraph. This incremental change reflects ongoing tension between historical justice and diplomatic relations. While acknowledged, the massacre's details remain softened, its lessons unlearned. From Syria to Ukraine, we see recurring patterns: civilian casualties dismissed as collateral damage, then memory sanitized for political narratives. No-Gun-Ri teaches how wartime atrocities become buried when inconvenient to power structures. Without truthful reckoning, such violence repeats, making historical transparency a present-day imperative. Survivors' grandchildren now lead educational programs at the No-Gun-Ri Peace Park. Their work embodies philosopher George Santayana's warning: those who forget history are condemned to repeat it. By preserving uncomfortable truths, not just heroic narratives, we honor victims and safeguard future generations from similar tragedies. The choice is ours: perpetuated amnesia or transformative remembrance.